Thank you, House Chair. House Chair, the ACDP would firstly like to commend SARS on revenue collection, which has exceeded projections, resulting in gross tax revenue estimate being revised upwards by 83.5 billion to 1.68 trillion rand. Well done to a repurposed SARS under the leadership of Commissioner Kisveta and his team. We appreciate, however, that this tax windfall is dependent on a number of variables, particularly that economic growth is sustained at the projected level. And we also appreciate that these taxes must be properly spent by government. It is a requirement for government to be good stewardship of state funds. This is required, and it is sorely lacking at the moment, given the high levels of fraud and corruption that we have seen. It is noteworthy, however, when it comes to the tax, that even before this additional tax windfall, February's 2022 budget contained no measures to raise additional tax revenue. This the ACDP welcomes as the ACDP, as it supports hard-pressed households and businesses. Further tax relief was also provided in not adjusting the general fuel levy and the RAF levies, and whilst fully adjusting for personal income tax brackets and rebates for inflation. Now, the ACDP supports these measures, but believes far more can be done to alleviate the fuel levy pressure. And in this regard, we keenly await the outcome of the review that has been promised, as we believe that this will go a long way to lift the pressure on households. The ACDP also shares the view expressed in the report about the illicit trade in alcohol and tobacco, and that this is a serious problem in society, and believes that far more needs to be done. We agree with the National Treasury's approach that problems related to alcohol consumption and abuse require a comprehensive package of tax and non-tax measures to address this effectively. And this also, of course, includes social interventions when one has abuses in this regard. The ACDP also supports the fact that far more needs to be done to stop illicit financial flows, base erosion, and profit shifting, which is costing the country billions in lost revenue. Lastly, the Taxation Laws Amendment Bill and Tax Administration Laws Amendment Bill deal with technical amendments, which we do not believe go far enough to address the issues raised by taxpayers in this regard. And whilst it is aimed to enhance tax compliance, thank you. House Chair.
Please continue, Honorable Swart. I see the Honorable Masondo and his microphone switched on, but please continue.
The Taxation Laws Amendment Bill and the Tax Administration Laws Amendment Bill deal with technical amendments, and a number of submissions were received where concerns were raised about a number of the issues raised in these bills. And whilst SARS and National Treasury tried to approach these from a tax compliance method, obviously, one also has to bear in mind that it is taxpayers' money that is involved here, and these issues are a matter of concern for the ACDP. I thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Member.